maybe they can pull something out, but it's still 7-2 Broncos team. That's looking good for them. But let's move on to the Bills at the Chiefs. We'll probably come back to this a little bit more. I would assume after we cover all the games, but the Bills come out and win this one, 28-21. And in this game, Josh Allen and the Bills' run game was electric. James Cook had a very nice day. He had 27 carries for 114 yards on the ground. So that's a 4.2 average. Josh Allen punched in those two of those rushing touchdowns, and then so did Ty Johnson. Dalton Kincaid had probably his best day of the season, 6 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown, a long of 47. He had a great day. And then overall on the Chiefs side, it was Rice doing his thing, being the number one wide receiver, 4 for 80, getting a rushing touchdown in there near the goal line. Kareem Hunt filling in for Pacheco, 11 for 50 on the ground and a touchdown. And then Mahomes, he was honestly kind of bad, I thought, in this game. 250, no touchdowns and an interception. Don't get me wrong, he did a good job coming back, but he had some really ugly deep ball throws that I just thought were he's been doing it more and more. The more we've gone away from Tyreek Hill, where he just heaves it deep, and it just seems like no wide receiver ever knows where he's supposed to be, or Mahomes is actually just missing the throws. Right, that's always possible. So, Bills were 7 of 12 on third down. Chiefs are 3 of 13. That's pretty indicative of how the Chiefs went down early in this game. It was 13-14, but then, the Bills really, or it was 21-13 at half, and then, the Bills scored the only touchdown in the third quarter. So it was just kind of tough for the Chiefs to come back from that. But, the Bills are now 5-1 in the regular season, but still 0-4 in the playoffs against this team. It's like, what's going on? Does this change the narrative for you at all, really?
I mean, for me, no. To me, what gets me, it's the formula is the best way I can explain. The formula in which they beat the Chiefs every year in the regular season, they never decide to incorporate it into the playoffs. And what do I mean by that? It's the pressure on Mahomes. They were able to get an interception from him today. One
Yeah.
and two, they were able to keep the ball 10 minutes longer than Mahomes. The time of possession 34-45 to 25-15.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the less and less you keep Mahomes on the field, the more and more that you have as a chance to put it in your own hands to be able to go and win the game, which is
Right.
what Josh Allen to be able to go and do that, and we can count on him to get that done. But then now you're depending on your defense to go and stop Mahomes. So it's like, and that's what I feel like every playoff has been. It's besides this last one, of course, that they went and tried to do that tush push the way normal, and then now all of a sudden we got chips in the football and we got the electrical
Measuring system.
measuring that goes on. So yeah, the measuring system and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So hey, it's like I want them to be able to keep this formula because it's not like that when it comes to the playoffs. In the playoffs, it's flashy. They want to try to score as fast as possible. They want to be dominant. They want to start smacking them. But it's like
And
you
they
want to
abandon the game plan too when it doesn't work
ex,
for one drive.
ex, yes, exactly. And that's what kind of gets me with them is that they just hit the panic button the moment Josh Allen gets sacked or
Spam Josh Allen.
yeah, spam
Spam it
Josh
until
Allen.
it
Just keep running,
works.
run him the entire yeah, exactly. It's like no, we don't do that, guys.
It's
We
like
don't
let him throw the ball and make some plays in an extension, or just run it with Cook.
exactly like Joe. Trust everybody else. Get the attention off of him, and then when it's off of him, he's gonna do crazy things, and that's
Yeah.
just how it's always been with him. But when the playoffs happen, yo, the amount of QB sneaks I see that man run is utterly ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like
and
it's
it's
like
it's as hard as it is to stop. It gets very easy to predict, which is half the battle. If you know what they're gonna do, you can
hmm
prepare and make adjustments throughout the game, and maybe you win when it matters most. But I agree. I don't really understand why this is the way it is. That it's just the regular season that they have this success, and it's got to make you question: is there a pressure issue with the Bills? Do they fold under pressure? Because it seems like the Chiefs never do that. I don't think I've ever seen the Chiefs not show up for a big game, but this Bills team, on primetime games versus the Falcons, in the playoffs versus the Chiefs, it's just they panic.
It gets a little scary.
Yeah, and
You,
you can't hate on them after this win, but
no,
it's kind of what it sounds like you and I are talking about it like it's like bad. But
it's like we're predicting their downfall, but
Yeah.
we're just restating history.
we're expressing our frustration that this isn't what it looks like in the playoffs because we all want to see the Bills do good. But, I think, Dan, you hit the nail on the head with the fact that this team just seem to panic and just spam him. And it doesn't work. No quarterback can win all by themselves. That's what Lamar's problem usually is. So we can come back. There's probably, a good juicy question written in there, but this was